So you look at these cars and you go, hey, if I import a JDM or a K-Truck, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to get from Japan or somewhere else, can I get a brand new one? Well, I'm not going to say no. Yes, you can get a brand new one in 2019 or 20 or whatever, but you will not be able to title it for road use here because there is something called the 25-year rule. And anything older than 25 years old, you can import and get titled if your state will let you.
Why do these states not allow you to have mini trucks? Why? Go figure. These states don't allow you to have mini trucks. That's Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa. I was freaking born in Iowa. I love mini trucks, and I couldn't even have one in Iowa if I wanted to.
I did a couple TikToks, and people beat me up and told me I didn't know what I was talking about because some states will allow it. Some states you can title them there and drive them through another state. I get that because I title my car and drive through Georgia, Florida, anywhere else, and it's fine. But some states, they won't let you title them for road use. Other states, they say only for farm use. So basically it's a tractor or a kind of a side-by-side.
After I got my vehicle, after it was released from the port, yay, we gassed up and everything, you got to get a tag. Well, you have to make this legal to be in the States, so you have to go to what they call a regional DMV, which is not where you get your driver's license. This is not where you show your insurance. It's where they can legally make it for you to take your vehicle and its paperwork and say, this is now an American vehicle from Japanese descent, and you can title it here in America. No, it's over there, it's come here, now we got to make it American.
Back in, I believe, the 70s, people were importing hot German cars. Really nice. And the dealers, the German dealers here, like the BMW dealers and the Audi, whatever, they got wind of people importing Beamers and Audis and things like that cheaper than what it was kind of end around the dealer here. And all the manufacturers, the big German manufacturers, guess they went to Congress, blah, blah, blah. You know how that works, had the hand, if that's what you want. They said, listen, so many people are getting cars that they shouldn't be allowed to get in here. There was an end around. It was a loophole that they could not. That BMW was like, well, how the hell are people getting these cars in here? Well, Congress made a 25-year rule that said, and which protected new car sales for, BMW, and then pretty much for, Japan and all that too. So you couldn't import a brand new car without having to go through, smog stuff. Basically, you're adding a price to the new car, so that person's not going to go import around, the EPA or anything like that. The 25-year rule gets you around satisfying EPA regulations, because these cars, they're not smog, they're not great smog-proof cars or anything like that. The safety on them is crazy. My knees are the airbag. I get it, right? It is what it is. We die like men. There's a couple other things too. I mean, they do have turn-in signals. They do have mufflers. They're not super loud, but you can take them off because they, if you do want to modify, you modify. Just saying, the 25-year rule is there for a reason. And also, when you import, you'll have to satisfy the 25-year rule, which is pretty much any exporter in Japan is going to do that. They're going to let you know there's usually a sewn sticker on the seatbelt, which shows year of manufacture. Also, your DMV, it depends on how big of sticklers they are. Check on your month make also, because they may say, okay, it's not a 92 or whatever. They may say it's not a 92 because it's past halfway in the year. And then you get a car at the port that you go out there and then you go back to DMV or you go to Homeland Security to get your paperwork and they're like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's not going to be roadworthy here. You're not going to be able to title it. And then you have a $3,500 to a $7,000 piece of rolling metal that you can't put on the road and you can't go be cool like me with, right? All right, so if you are importing one of these are all over 25 years old. The truck over there gets classified different than the van. The van is passenger. The pickup trucks, I don't think they're classified as passenger because you only have one other person that can be in there with you. I'm not sure what the Jimny is classified, but you can't have passengers. But I'm just saying, when I went to the Homeland Security, they said my classification was different than what it should be, and so the tax didn't come on the form. I think the tax ended up being I needed to pay $250 more for the truck that was not classified as a passenger vehicle. So just keep that in mind. And if you work with a broker is going to be able to tell you those things outright. He's going to say, this does not work. This is not good. Your paperwork's not together. But 25-year rule, I think, is probably going to be taken care of by your exporter anyway. And if you're using a broker, he's going to know whether you're getting a 2001 versus a 2000 or a 98 or a 92 in, to let you know, well, sorry, you're not going to get it roadworthy. But like this one, when I got this, all the stuff was already done for me. That was my first one. So I got it from a dealer. I guess it was called considered a dealer. He was a dealer. He just got his license. So he was doing he's like at the same point a lot of people are, where they get maybe 1 or 2 in and they go, "We're gonna do this as a business. You know, I want to make $5 grand, $6 grand per car." People really get ticked off when they know how much you pay for these and then how much you sell them for. But if you're going to go through the trouble of buying and selling, you know, it all has its intricacies. So just watch how your paperwork's done. Remember the 25-year rule, why it is and how it is, and have fun getting your toys. I'm going to have fun getting my toys. So hope to see you on another video. Like and follow, and I'll be out there doing what I do.